So good morning, everyone. Before I begin to take questions, I'd like to share a noteworthy achievement of the Baltimore Department of Recreation and Parks. I am joined today by Director Bill Vonderzack and the senior staff, as well as our background music.
Sorry.
That's all right. To announce Baltimore City's Department of Recreation and Parks has earned national accreditation by CAPRA. Did I get that right? We call it CAPRA? Yes, the Commission for Accreditation of Park and Recreation Agencies. CAPRA accredits park and recreation agencies for excellence in operation and service. National accreditation signifies that Recreation and Parks provides programs and experiences that meet national standards and best practices. From day one, my goal has been to provide quality recreational opportunities for Baltimore's residents. In 2010, I formed a Recreation Center task force to identify potential courses of action to further this goal. And in 2013, I fully supported Recreation and Parks' desire to pursue national accreditation. And as expected, our team has successfully achieved this goal. The accreditation is a culmination of a 2-year process that included a comprehensive review of all agency policies and procedures, creating a new set of policies that align with national best practices, enhancing operations through policies and procedures that promote continual improvement. The City of Baltimore is very fortunate to have committed leadership like our Baltimore City Recreation and Park staff, who are duly vigilant about establishing a sound infrastructure as well as continuing to grow and improve our current offerings. I want to thank again this staff. We've had our Recreation and Parks Department for decades, and to be at a point in Baltimore's history where we are now meeting national standards, have national accreditation, I think speaks volumes about the progress that's been made by this administration. I want to congratulate the staff who earned the Certificate of Park and Recreation Professionals. In the last 3 years, Baltimore City Recreation and Parks has gone from having no certified park and recreation professionals to 7. 20 more are in various stages of certification prep. Again, that speaks volumes to the work that this team is doing in service to our residents. They have an amazing commitment to workforce development and to the citizens of this great city. So I want to thank Bill Vonderzack and the entire BCRP team for your hard work. I want to invite Bill up to share a few remarks, and then we are going to open it up for questions. Bill?
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor. When we embarked upon this journey 2 years ago, we were not sure what to expect, but we were determined to improve the agency and services to the city. As the Mayor mentioned, the process was intense and required not only a full review of policies and procedures, but in some cases creating new policies that align with national best practices. As an example, we created standardized procedures for the evaluation of all programs and services. We have also begun work towards developing a strategic plan. Over the past 2 years, we have grown and pulled together as a team in ways we could not have imagined at the beginning of the process. For example, I had urban foresters working with Daryl's pool managers. We had recreation area managers working with landscape designers. It was really cross-agency teamwork. While it was challenging, the end result is worth it. Baltimore City Recreation and Parks is only the 3rd agency in the state to earn accreditation. I am proud of our team and want to thank each and every member for their hard work and dedication. Thanks, everybody. One of the lessons learned is that professional development is crucial to the growth of the agency. An informed, well-trained workforce is not an option, but a necessity. I want to acknowledge and congratulate Area Manager Sharon Bowie, our Data Manager Scott Stanfill, who is here today. Scott. Outdoor Recreation Programmer Molly Gallant, Center Director Sean Poulin, and Rec Leader Israel Lyons Each of these 5 has earned their designation as a certified park and recreational professional. As more staff members seek certification through NRPA and other professional organizations, Rec and Parks and the communities we serve will reap the benefits. Madam Mayor, thank you for your support during not only this process, but of the agency overall. Under your leadership, we've served more residents through expanded programming and operating hours, increased camp enrollment, renovated parks and playgrounds, and opened new recreation centers. Thank you. And to our staff, again, thank you and congratulations for a job well done.
All right, any questions for Recreation and Parks?
What is the practical impact of being accredited? Does that mean you can borrow more bonds? Does it mean you can, is there better training for people? What does it mean?
That's a big part of it. I think it's how we conduct business day to day. So we have 151 national standards and, how we evaluate our programs, what kind of maintenance standards, do we have a recreation programming plan, are we evaluating our programs? And in 5 years, we'll go for reaccreditation, and the team from CAPRA will come back in again and say, okay, have you been living up to these 151 standards? And if you have, then we're going to reaccredit you. And so it's really how we conduct our internal business on a day-to-day basis is at a higher level.
But what are the palpable changes people will see because of this accreditation as they go to the parks?
They're going to see better maintained parks. They're going to see improved customer service. A lot of it happens behind the scenes as well, better financial reporting procedures, better human resource, adherence to human resource policies. I don't know which percent of a certain amount occurs behind the scenes internal, but external, I expect you're going to see better maintained parks and better run recreation centers and pools.
Possibly saving money because of that efficiency?
I would imagine so, yeah.
Again, I just want to thank the team. I think it's one thing to say that we are doing better than we've done before. I think it's another thing to say that we are doing well when you compare us to the national standard. And I think that is what this team of professionals has been able to bring to the Department of Recreation and Parks through their hard work. So I want to thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks. It won't stand up. It's like you're trying to deprive me of my caffeine this morning. All right, who's starting us off with questions?
Mayor, last night I got an email about 0730 telling me that Kenneth Burns from WYPR was not being allowed into the session. Oh, I'm Joel McCourt from WYPR. And what I'm interested in is why. Why and how is it that a mayor and a public official can decide who covers him or her?
I believe in the freedom of the press. And Mr. Burns is welcome at any of my public press events. YPR is welcome to all of them. This is a very close quarter press event, and Mr. Burns has consistently exhibited verbally and physically threatening behavior, particularly to my staff, and we can't tolerate that.
And again, but a mayor decides who gets to come to, this is close quarters, but 1, 2, 3, 4 reporters, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, counting me. That's not that close.
Well, you weren't here when he was here.
True.
And I was very clear that when someone, regardless if they're a member of the press or a member of the public, exhibits verbally and physically threatening behavior to either myself or my staff, we have to do things to protect ourselves. Staff is still open. This is still open to the press. It's open to YPR. I appreciate the fact that you're here. And my other public events are open. This small setting press event is not open to him.
Can you tell me in what way he's been threatening to you or your staff?
That is all I'm going to say.
We're going to move on. Anybody? Next.
Madam Mayor, with one of the police settlements today, It was a case of a man who, talked about needing water. City told police that he had asthma. He ended up dying in his cell. Was given no medical treatment. What's in place now to ensure an incident like this doesn't happen again?
I can't speak to this specific remedial action because of that settlement. What I can say is ever since I was the president of the city council and I presided over the board of estimates, I've worked to make sure that the administration, whether it was a previous administration or mine, uses these opportunities, these settlements as opportunities or as teachable moments to make sure that things like this don't happen again. So specifically, I cannot say if there's any specific changes that have been made as a result of this settlement. We can certainly get that answer for you, but more broadly, we review these settlements to improve the way the department functions.
So generally speaking, how are police treating, requests for medical attention? So coming out not just of this case, but cases like this, Commissioner Davis is very clear that the police has specific protocols on how to handle a person in custody who is requesting medical attention, and that they've been instructed to ensure that that person gets immediate medical attention.
Mayor, Sheila Dixon announced a writing campaign yesterday. Do you have any thoughts on her latest effort to try to succeed you as the next mayor?
Not particularly. I'm in full support of the Democratic nominee, Senator Catherine Pugh. I'm looking forward to passing the baton to her, as I believe she will be successful in her bid. And I'm fully committed to making sure that this is the best transition that the city has ever seen. When I became mayor in 2010, I didn't have, the previous mayor didn't have one conversation with me about how we can ensure that a smooth transition for the betterment of our city, not a conversation, not a memo, nothing. And I know that our city deserves better than that. So my commitment to Senator Pugh and to the city is to ensure that it's not messy, that we're thoughtful and intentional about how we transition from one administration to the next, to ensure that we continue to build on the momentum that has been created by my administration.
Considering how difficult a write-in campaign could be, especially at this stage, do you have any thoughts on what Ms. Dixon's motive might be?
I don't even concern myself with those types of musings.
Madam Mayor, Friday, the commissioner said that that the police are going to have surveillance flights over the weekend, the marathon, and then they were going to evaluate the program and decide if they're going to implement it permanently. What should the process be if the police decide this is a program we want to keep? What should the process be in terms of vetting the program, deciding if it's economically feasible, something that is legal? How would that work?
Well, as far as the legality of the program, I know that the team has been working with legal professionals to make sure that it passed legal muster. As far as the effectiveness, they're going to evaluate it like they evaluate any other technology and equipment that is brought on board. I depend on the professionals that serve our city to use their judgment to evaluate the cost of the program, to do a cost-benefit analysis and make a recommendation moving forward if they believe that it is in the best interest of public safety, if it is effective and efficient, and it is a good use of taxpayer dollars.
Will there need to be council hearings? Will there need to be something presented before the Board of Estimates?
It will probably need to be something put before the Board of Estimates. I have no control nor knowledge about the necessity of council hearing.
On that topic, there's now been disclosure of the use of social media, a company, Geophilia, that it aggregates that kind of data to track people, facial recognition. Just generally speaking, how far should city government go in this kind of surveillance?
think city government should use all the tools that they have available to them to engage in the public space in a way that ensures that we're working to make Baltimore safer.
Is there, I guess the question is there a limit on that? I mean, that encompasses a very large amount of potential surveillance.
And we have a city that is largely too violent, and citizens that on a daily basis are asking us to do more to make Baltimore safer, and we'll continue to do that.
Where do you cross the line between making Baltimore safer and infringing on people's rights to privacy?
As I said, this is all in the public space, and when we stay in the public domain, there's no expectation of privacy.
Anything else, folks?
Thank you.
Thank you.